Right, we've got Hull FC legend and two-time Challenge Cup winner Danny Washbrook. Danny, what did you want to be when you were young?
When I was young, I wanted to be a professional rugby player.
I think I know the answer to the next question, but what was your first job and what was it like?
Yeah, my first job was as a professional rugby player, and yeah, probably the best job in the world. So I'd say it went pretty well for me. Had a decent start, and yeah, managed to drag it out for 16 years, so it went pretty well.
Career highlight?
Oh yeah, winning the Challenge Cup at Wembley in 2016.
Always a fun one. What's the worst job you ever had and why?
The worst job I ever had was actually working for Matt McKay. I did a little job called cover supervising in between, like transitioning from full-time rugby into full-time work. So a cover supervisor, for those who don't know, is basically babysitting at a school. So you go in, all the work's set, and all the kids are there. It's like being a bit of a supply teacher, but you don't actually teach. You just sort of sit there and make sure that the kids don't set the school on fire or try and kill each other. And yeah, some of the schools that I ventured into weren't the friendliest.
Right, so what's your current role? Who is it for? And tell us a little bit about what's involved.
Current role is I'm a director of a recruitment agency called Novum Personnel. We specialise in construction and engineering recruitment, so that's anything from labourers up to joiners, electricians, plumbers, bricklayers, things like that, but also working with sort of people who do onshore work at oil and gas and renewable energy sites, things like that.
Last question, but arguably the most valuable. What piece of advice would you give the next generation beginning their careers?
I'd probably say two things. I would say one would be become competent in whatever discipline it is that you choose to go in, whether that's manual labour, office-based, IT-based, anything like that. Make sure you know what you're doing and that you're fairly good at it. But also, just being a good person to work with or to work for. I think if you can get along with the people you work with or get along with the people you employ, I think that'll secure your workforce. It'll help with the people who you're working with or working for work harder, and they'll feel like they want to help you and help the business. So yeah, I would say being someone who's good to work with and being competent at what you're doing.
And Danny, is there anyone that you know that you'd like to nominate to take on these questions next?
Yes, I think I would like to nominate a guy called Martin Johnson. He owns a company called Trans2 Performance, and he's had a fairly progressive career. As far as I'm aware, he started out in the military, but since coming out of the military, he's become quite a successful businessman, wrote a couple of books, and runs a very successful sort of performance-based business. So it'd be interesting to get his insight into things.
Excellent. Let's hope he does it.